Hello, and Happy New Year to those of you who are watching this around New Year's. Welcome back. It's been a while. And I'm sorry about that, but as I've stated before in a bunch of my other videos, making videos on YouTube is like the hobby part of my storytelling, because it's meant to be like a little blog. But yeah, it's the end of 2025, which means it is also the end of my 185 Insane Author Challenge. So I just wanted to do a little check-in, and I watched back my old video, like the first one I posted on the channel, where I listed all of the like rules that I was setting for myself, and I wanted to see how I did. So we're just gonna dive right into that, because even though I again didn't give as many updates as I wanted, like I didn't put out as many videos as I wanted, the goal of the challenge was not like making videos was not like one of the like challenge goals. It was like one of my side quests, one of my fun side quests. So how did we do? First off, if you'll remember, I divided my goals into like several categories. The first one was freelancing, and the first goal I had was to finish and publish my website. I did do that. That was one of the first things I did after I posted that video. And I've been keeping it mainly up to date. I've put like information about plays that I've written and had produced on the website. I've been interviewed for media a couple times because of me like doing stuff in the community, which was terrifying, but I was like, I should start compiling like media interviews and things like that. So if you want to watch me scared out of my mind explain The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on Dakota News Now, go for it. It's on my website. A link for it's on my website. But yeah, the website one, did good. Post consistently, that was a second one. Post consistently across all platforms. That was a specific wording I used. I would say that one was like a yes, mostly. YouTube definitely not, like, in terms of the posting consistently, but again, this was never meant to be like I do this when I have time and energy and I want to. But the main spot that I was updating a lot and like posting consistently, the one that like in my mind is really counting, is my writer's Instagram, Stories by H.E. Dunkel. I changed the username because I liked the new one better. I know that's not smart to change your username, especially when you're trying to establish a brand, but I'm still learning at this, so I'm giving myself grace. And also, it's just a username, bro. Like 3 people have seen it. It's okay. But I've been posting a lot on my Instagram. As of the day I'm recording this, I posted on it today. I did that. I've been posting on it fairly consistently, not as much as I'd like, but also like I don't want to spam people, you know? Like, I want my content to be meaningful. Yeah. Oh, here's a fun one. Getting one of my plays produced. Okay, so this one was a yes in 2 ways. The first one is one that I said like didn't count because it was like a kids camp script, but that did happen over the summer, and I talked about that in a previous video. And this is one of the big lore updates because I haven't updated you guys since like September. So I entered a play into a local playwriting competition, and it was selected for production. So my one-act play, The Question and the Answer, is going to be produced by the Premier Playhouse in Sioux Falls, and in February 2026. I'm very excited about it. I am like getting to check that was one of like the big like insane parts of the challenge, that like getting to check that box off. I was like running around my house screaming. I was like, what this is crazy. But yeah, so I'm very blessed with that one, and I'm very excited. It's gonna be great. Next is learning more about self-publishing. This one is another one of the technically, like, I did some research, but then I just got too busy to actually like focus on like publishing. I need to like get work ready to be published before I can like really fully research self-publishing. Like, yeah, I can do both, but I need to, and I'll talk about this more later, but I need to focus more on writing stuff and getting stuff like written and at a state where it's viable for publishing before I can really do research on publishing. So that one was more like an and connect with other storytellers. I think I succeeded at this one because I have this YouTube channel and I've met a couple people on here. Hi. I'm still part of the Discord, although I'm gonna send this video in the Discord chat to like the 185 insane people, and I'm gonna be like, hey guys, sorry that I've been lurking like the whole time. I'm just bad at using Discord. Like especially when like a Discord server has like several channels, it just kind of like freaks me out a little bit, and I'm like, I have to get rid of all these unread notifications, and that's not healthy. And I know it's not, and that's something I need to work on. But like a Discord server is something that I very much am still like learning how to like properly use and like engage and interact with. So yeah, freelancing, we kind of cooked in that one. Next up is finances. I'm not gonna lie, I got humbled in this one, guys. Not because I didn't know how expensive living on my own would be, but just because I just am bad with money. And just like, I don't know, I'm still going from like not having any money in college to suddenly getting a steady paycheck was very baffling for me. So I was like, what am I supposed to do with all this? And I'm like, and I'm like, I need to start saving. Which leads to one of the goals that I did succeed at in finances, at least, which is get at least $1,000 in savings. I achieved that today, December 30th of 2025, because I got paid today and I shuttled that money into my savings account. I was like, see, I did it. Close to the wire is everything. Develop and stick to a budget. That one is something that I'm still working on because I just don't, my brain doesn't understand the concept of a budget fully. Like, it understands what the purpose of a budget is, but I haven't found a method that lets me actually utilize a budget correctly, that helps me, like, this is actually where my money is going, this is what I need to cut back on. So I'm working on that one. That one is still a work in progress. I'm gonna try something new in the new year. I have a new, like, page on my spreadsheet for finances, and we're gonna see how that works. Start investing. no, baby girl, nope. That was a bold statement, but we can start investing after we get more money in the bank account, first off. But then we also had pay off our student loan. Now this one was hilarious. I started paying my student loans, but then I quickly realized, I was like, yeah, I could pay off my loan if I give up an entire month of payment, and I can't do that because I have rent, I have groceries, I have gas, I have electricity and Wi-Fi. I can't do that. So, but I have a very aggressive payment plan that I'm holding myself to so that I will, by this time next year, my undergrad will be paid off. Which seems a lot more reasonable now that I look at the loan amount. But yeah, again, setting myself crazy goals so that I make progress in some way. And then the writing category, which is the third of my subcategories of the challenge. Write a book of poetry. That one kind of fell a little bit to the wayside as I was working on that one a little bit during the summer, but then once like the school year started and I started like working full time, and I was directing a show, and then I immediately went from directing that show to stage managing another one. So I didn't really have a lot of time to in a perfect world, I would have 3 hours to write, 1 to write a book, 1 to write a play, 1 to write poetry. I most often on my busy days only have 1 hour. And so then I would have to be okay, do we want to edit a play? Do we want to write some poetry? Do we want to try and edit stuff or work on the book? So the poetry, because that's just a medium that is more recreational to me at the moment, kind of that one fell a little bit to the boom. But I'd love to do that still, so that's not something that I'm like being like, oh well, go away, goodbye, whatever. But yeah. Here's the next one. The first draft of the first book of the book series I want to write. Guys, I cannot describe to you. I have been writing literally. I've done nothing but write for the last 7 days. And my book draft is at 65,000 words, which is insane. I literally, I've been working nonstop on that book, and I've been working so hard, but every time I finish a chapter, another one needs to be written, and I'm just like, no. So, with 2 days left and 10 chapters that need to be finished, I'm gonna have to take a slight L on this one, but considering I started this, the book in May, 4 days after I graduated college, I started I was like, okay, I'm going to open Noveler and I'm going to start writing the book. And I've been working on it for 7 months, hitting alongside writing plays and a little smattering of poetry and all the other stuff I was doing. 65,000 words is pretty good, which reflects back on the original word goal I set, which was 250 words a day, which I cleared past that one. That was one that I mentioned in the first update, that I'd updated it to 300 words a day, 400 words a day. So I'm really happy that with that I have established, I got what I wanted out of the 250 words a day minimum thing, which is establishing a daily writing habit. My day is not complete unless I open Noveler and at least get X amount of words on the page. So I was successful in that endeavor. And then I also had reading the Percy Jackson series as research for my writing category, and I was so busy, guys. I'm one of those people where I either have time to read or I have time to write. And when the muse is calling, and you gotta scribble. So the Percy Jackson series is still on my to be read list, and that's okay. And I will hit up the library and fix that shortly. Okay. And then I had another category of physical challenges, getting more physically flexible. I actually did succeed at that one because I started working out, actually working out, and I'll talk more about that in a second, but I was working out and I would do a lot more stretching. So am I as flexible as I want to be? No, but I'm noticing a lot less back problems. I have a higher range of motion in my arms and legs, and I'm very happy with that, and we're gonna keep progressing on that. Another task in the physical challenges was regain vocal health. It's complicated because when I originally made the regain vocal health, it was in the sense of singing capabilities, that I blew my voice out in college during my final semester, and now I need to get back into singing. Well, I haven't really had the opportunity to do that. I haven't been cast in a musical or anything like that, and that was by choice. I mean, I didn't audition for any of them because I was I will not have time for that right now. But I haven't been in a musical or been in choir, so I really haven't had an outlet for singing. However, my voice health as a whole, my voice stamina, has improved dramatically, and a lot of that is circling back to getting more physically fit because my diaphragm is being used correctly more often, so I'm able to more naturally use it. I found out I was breathing wrong halfway through college. My voice teacher was yeah, so you breathe, your diaphragm should expand when you breathe in, and then deflate when you breathe out. And I was what? I was breathing wrong. So that's been something I've had to correct the last 2 years, and I've been able to fix that more as I've been working out, which has been great. So yes, but actually no, maybe kind of, for the regaining vocal health challenge. And then finding a volleyball club. No. Because here's the thing, guys. If you want to be part of a club, you could be part of a club, or you can be in theater. Unless the club is theater. But just because of like how I operate and how many theater things I'm doing, like I don't have a weeknight to give up to go play volleyball, as much as I love volleyball. But that still falls into one of like the hobby categories. So I was just like, that one fully got swept under the rug. So I'm gonna try this summer. Because I really want to get back into playing volleyball. We're gonna see how that works. Get a standing desk. See, you'd think I failed this one, but then because I also thought I failed this one, but then I remembered that I specifically like put in my closet like my cubby, and it's tall enough that I can stand and type on it. I forgot I gave myself a standing desk. So technically yes, but also this was a dumb one to put on the list. I don't know. June me was crazy, but whatever. And then getting 30 minutes of active moving per day. Yes, that one is doing really well at. I've been exercising. I now exercise like intensely, like 4 times a week, like 3 or 4 times a week, and it's great. And I'm like so happy because I'm like, yes, I finally locked in. I've been trying to like get back in shape for so long. And I finally did it, and I was like, yes. I still got a little bit of a ways to go, but right now I'm like, wow, we cooked with that, guys. So the 30 minutes of active moving, yeah, I'm like lifting weights, I'm running. I love the elliptical, my beloved, but like I feel better, like not just like physically, but like mentally because of me working out, and that's great. This part of the challenge, like succeeding at this part of the challenge was insane to me. So that was great. And then eating healthier 80% of the time. I mean, I haven't like meticulously tracked all of the calories I've consumed because that starts to get a little bit for me. But at least like I've been more aware of the stuff that I've been putting in my body and like fixing it and like making healthier choices, and I'm really happy about that. And then trying to kick my habit of picking fingernails. I locked in on that for the month of September. This is gonna sound so stupid, but I went all of September not managing to not pick my nails, specifically because I was like, I need to have nice nails for my directorial debut, which, whatever, keeps the goalpost moving, kiddo. But then I fell right back into it when I started stage managing the Christmas show. So we're working on it. It's a lifelong habit. That one's gonna be tough to break. I've been knowing that one. And then into the mental / spiritual category, I had journaling more and reading more. Journaling more, yes, that one has happened. Not as consistently as I would like, but I have journaled. And it has been more than I did last year, just purely based on the number of journal entries compared to 2024. So that one worked. Reading more, like I mentioned with the Percy Jackson one, when it gets down to the end of the day, I only have time to like do a certain thing. Like my brain is gonna go towards like creating and like outputting instead of like reading, which is like inputting and taking in stuff. So that's one that we'll keep working on. I have a variety of books behind me, but we're gonna start tackling them, and it's gonna be great. And then reducing screen time. That one I actually surprisingly did succeed in. I set like screen timers on like my social media apps, and that has been a big help in reducing how much time I am on my phone. And I've been being more conscious about like taking time to read, or taking time to journal, or just writing more and being more present. So that one actually surprised myself and succeeded at, which is great. Now here's one that I'm a little bit surprised that I actually succeeded at, which is have one have one non-money making hobby. I found one, and it's bowling at 9:30 at night on a Tuesday with my theater friends. Because after the fall show that I directed, the group chat is still popping off, which I find hilarious. But mainly, they talk about like, okay, guys, it's time for a weekly bowling night, because like a couple people in the cast like had this like bowling thing that they would do before they got cast in Jekyll and Hyde, and then they invited us along, and I was like, wait, this is actually, I suck at bowling. It's so funny. Like my first game, I bowled a 30-point game or something like that. It was tragic. It's so bad. I literally have been telling them when we go bowling, I'm like, I bowl with my non-dominant hand because I suck equally with like my left or my right hand, and I just find it so funny. But I've been slowly improving, and I, against all odds, actually have a hobby, and it's great because I'm like, I go there, we bowl, we laugh at each other when we get gutter balls, and we just catch up, and it's great. And I was like, oh, this is actually kind of relaxing. Bowling, of all things, but okay. And then taking free online classes. That was another one that I had. I technically passed this one. I found one free class through like TEDx, and I did it, and I learned something from it, and it was great. I'm going to do more next year, but technically this one's like just scooting on by with that. Yep. And then random stuff. The first one I listed for that was moving into the new apartment. Check. And then organizing and downsizing belongings. That one also has officially happened. I have been going through my belongings and like trimming them down and donating a lot of my stuff. And I've also been upcycling. This shirt, I wore this shirt like a while ago in one of my past videos, but I've like cut it because the thing with me losing a lot of weight is that a lot of my clothes like have like become a lot bigger on me than I need them to be. But instead of like, oh no, I have to get rid of my whole things, I don't care, 'cause like I'm not gonna get rid of all of my old clothes just because like they're a little baggier on me. No, what instead I'm gonna do is I'm going to, oh, you can't see it really well here, oh, there you go, I'm going to instead cut the shirt, turn it into like a, not necessarily a crop top, but like a shorter shirt, and I'm gonna hem it with a really silly hand stitch that looks, maybe it looks cringe, but I like it, and that's all I care about. But yeah, I'm upcycling my clothing and just making things last a lot longer, so that's been lots of fun, thinking of new ways to reuse old stuff. It's been great. And then utilizing public resources, the library. I love the library. I've been going to the library a lot. I just sit there with my water and I write and I read something. I don't remember what. I would like start a book and then I'd forget about it. And then I would write and do stuff. So the library, use your library. Use your library. Use your local library. Do it, do it, do it. Learning how to cook more. Going back to me having only a certain amount of time for certain things, cooking is not something that I see, like, for me, cooking is, like, taking the steps to learn how to cook, like, a quality meal is not worth it for me, because the time I'm spending trying to learn a new recipe is time I could be using writing, and I know I need to fix that, but it's just, like, I'm eating healthy, I'm, like, cooking myself healthy foods, I'm eating healthy, and yeah, so it's just like I need like 5 more hours in the day, then I'll learn how to cook, whatever. And then solidifying style and appearance. Yeah, like I said, I haven't got, like, I've kept a lot of my older clothes, and like I'm very content with this fun little style that I've got going on, the skater kid agenda, quote unquote. But I've got, like, I've let myself get, like, a new pair of cargo pants that I needed for a tech job that I worked in, like, October. And I've just been enjoying, like, it's very much, like, skater kid slash theater tech slash stage manager, styling of clothing, and that's okay because that's who I am and I like it. So yeah, that's technically how I did on the challenge. If you had to give me a grade, it'd probably be like a B plus maybe, which now that I'm out of school is a passing grade for me, so that works great. But yeah, but overall I did this challenge did a lot for me because like I said, a lot of the big ones was just getting into the groove of writing more. I wrote so many words this year during this challenge, getting into shape and getting healthier and less consumer minded. That was another big one. And then trying to even though I kind of failed in the money department, kind of still learning. I still learned about myself and how I can better set myself up for success in 2026. I had a lot of success with a lot of projects during this challenge and during 2025 in general. So now I'm going into 2026 with lots of personal goals and projects, and I'm going to keep plugging away and doing stuff. Keep growing in this art form that I love so much. Keep growing as a storyteller, things like that. This year has really been eventful and rewarding, and even though I don't post a lot, and even though my videos might be a little bit clunky, I'm happy I've started this YouTube channel, because it gives me, like I said, I rewatched the first video I put on this channel so that I could remember what I told you my challenge dictated, and so then I watched all my videos back and I was like, I can see the growth in subtle ways, and it's so fascinating. So this is my own little time capsule for me to keep learning about myself and growing and all that fun stuff. So yeah, if you got this far in the video, thanks, appreciate you, and I hope that if you stick around for my future videos in 2026, that something in one of them brings you joy. Alright, thank you. Happy New Year!